Yeah, you can start.
Today we will discuss about the arrays in Python. In previous lecture we talked about list. In this lecture we are using arrays. The list contains, it may contains elements like integers. Let us say I have a list 1 equals to this square bracket 1, 2, 3, uh, comma, some string is there, it's a text, or comma of floating points. So this list 1. So these are the distinct elements. So if I talk about the list element 1, that is an integer, second element is integer, and there is a string. So this contains the many types of data types, multiple data types a list can combine. But in case of array is a homogeneous data types. It must be only the integers, only strings, or contains only the floats. So let us start with array. So we can assign array using a command called array in this simple parenthesis, and inside that we use this square brackets, which is used for list, and here we can put the elements. That's one the elements for this array. And when we type, then A1 is an array which is a one-dimensional array and having elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and similarly index starts from 0, that is A0, A1, A2, 3. And when I type this here array, type A1, say this is n numpy, this is n-dimensional array is this. So we can assign numpy arrays directly from the list. Let us say I want to create a array that is B1 using the list 1. Okay, B1 equal to array in which square brackets I just give this list 1, and this B1. Now you can see that all the elements are written as strings, and the data types is also as a string data types. So all the elements, they are 1, 2, they're not the integer, but they are in the strings, like inside the single quotes or double quotes. So the Python array consider that all the data types are a single type. So it might be only the integers, only the floats, or only the strings. So we can calculate again what is the length of this array using the length command, is b1, the length of b1, which is the number of elements in this array. And we can find the shape of this array, or we can use another commands. These are the simple commands. Let us say we use the arrange function to create an array. So directly create an array. So let us say array1 is equals to arrange the first points and the end points, which is excluded from here. That is the number of elements are from 1 to this 10. So array1. This is the simple way to create an array called arange function, and you can create an array using this arange function, or other ways to create it from the list. Let us say array2 is equals to that. Only use the this command array, and inside I can create a list, and in list I can create elements from using some loops. Let us say I to create this again the similar array as array1. So I use for loop for that. That is, I want array integers, that is I, and for this I in range 1 comma. Again, this is the closed parenthesis, and the last point, end point, is excluded from here. So this array2, again this array2, if I type array2, again the array2 is again the an array of elements 1, 2, 3 to up to 10. So we can access these elements of array, or we can find the length of this array, and we can create, this is a one-dimensional array, we can create two-dimensional array. How to create that? Let us say we have to create 2D array. Array 2D is equals to this array. Inside this square bracket, you have to give this what kind of array you want. That is two-dimensional, which contains 2 rows, 2 columns. So assign inside another array. Let us say the element is 1, 2. comma, inside another square brackets, I can assign elements comma 3, comma 4. And this array 2D this, so I have the two columns and two rows D. So we can transpose this array at array 2D.
Little screen is not visible. It is hanged.
Okay, sir. There's no problem with the internet, sir.
Okay. So you try to reshare it. Means
Okay, sir. I can
Share the
reshare my screen, sir. Now it is visible, sir.
yeah, visible.
Okay, sir. So in Python, we cannot transpose the one-dimensional array. So if I get shape of the array one, let us say array one dot shape. So this is a array which contains 10 elements, which can one 10 columns and one single row. And if I transpose this array, let us say array one dot transpose, so again this array is similar array. It gives the same array as the array one, which is the input of our array. So and the if I assign that, let us say A2 is equals to this transpose of array one, and then type A2, which is similar, and find to shape of this array. Again, the shape is same. So in Python, we have at least we have the array which has two dimensions, at least two dimensions. If that is two-dimensional, then we can calculate the transpose of that array. Let us say the minimum quantity, that is, let us say this function, at least function, at least 1D, okay, array A dot, this A2 dot, yeah, A1 dot, is A2 dot transpose. So let us say I can create this in another A3 array, store this in A3. At least this should be two-dimensional, at least 2D, A2 dot transpose. And if I type this A3, then I have transposed that array. And previously that I cannot transpose the one-dimensional array. And more than one-dimensional array, two-dimensional, three-dimensional array, you can transpose using the transpose function. Let us say we have a two-dimensional array which I am creating previously, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I can again create many more dimensions. Let us create, I want third row. This third row element is 5, 6. And this array 2D now this contains the three columns, 3 rows and 2 columns. And again the column index, let us say this is the first column and this is second column. In Python, this index starts from 0. This is array 2D, this is the index 0th column, and this is the first column, 0th row, first row, and the second row. Now we can access the elements of this array. Let us see.
Let
Store
it
this in
screen,
A4.
screen is
Let's
again
do this.
hanged.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I am connected to the internet, sir.
You try to reshare the screen, I think. That may help you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now it's visible, sir.
The screen is not visible now. Not visible.
Not visible. I have shared the all. One second, sir. Reshare it. I can rejoin, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, sir. So I can store this array 2D in another variable called A4 inside the A4. So now I can access what's A4 and A4 zeroth, okay, the zeroth row. Okay, the object is not callable. A0 here. This is the zeroth row, let us say this A4. A4 zeroth row is zeroth row, first row and second row. So A zeroth row is this contains the elements 1, 2, and this A2 and A2 contains the element 5, 6. This is the row. If column, okay. If I want column, this is only two columns, 0 and 1. So I can create column, comma, 0. So all those, the second column is excluded, and the zeroth column contains element 1, 3, 5 is there. And similarly, I can get 1. If I give that 2, then it gives index is out of bound, because this is indexing starts from 0. So 0, 1, only the two columns are there, 0, 1. So another operations, let us say this A4 is there, and we want to reshape this A4, or create what is the shape of this A4. Let us check first. A4 dot shape. So this is 3, 2, or you can transpose this function. It is A1 dot this T. This is the transpose of this array. This is the rows interchange to the columns, and column interchange to the rows. So this is the transpose of this array. And now there are the built-in commands to create some arrays. Let us say we have to create a one-dimensional array which contains only zeros or only ones. So we can create those arrays using the built-in commands. Let us say A1s. A1s is an array which contains only ones. Ones, how many elements you want? So A1s is an array which length is 10, and all the elements are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And you can also create zeros equals to zeros. There are two commands. One is zeros and another is zeros like. I will talk to this. A zeros. So this is a command which gives a one-dimensional array which all the elements are 0. And there are another options like A dot full. Okay, A full equals to this full. And there is two commands, full, full, and full like. So this 10 is the length of the element, length of the array, and I want only that one is populated to that array. So A full element, the length is 10, and the element is 1, and you can access this, change this element. Let us say this should be 6, and this A full, all the 10 elements are 6, and we can use this switching. Let us say we multiply that one's array element operation. Let us say we can create a similar array like this full. Let us say A full underscore 1 is equals to let us say A underscore ones, and multiply this by 6. Okay, this A full A full 1 is equals to this. This is the element wise operation. So this is 6 is multiplied to the first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, or all elements. And we can create empty arrays like empty array. Let us say A dot empty is equals to empty, and empty. This is let us say 10. So like it is like zeros command. A empty is equals to 10 elements. Let us see, it's choose the previous option because I have used some A full, A zeros. One second. This contains only one element. First element is by default this is given as 1 6 value. It chooses that values from the previous array and give this value number here. And this element is this A dot empty. And there are elements like ones like let us say we have a matrix. Let us say we have an array. Let us say A4. A4 we have an array, but we want an array like A4. Array like A4, but that contains only ones or only zeros for summation or multiplication. Let us say this A5 is equals to ones like, that is ones like this A4, okay? A4, and this A5 is the array similar to A4. This shape is similar to A4, but the elements are only ones, that is 1 1 1, and you could multiply these two arrays now because their order is similar, or add these two arrays. So how to add arrays? Let us say A6 is the summation of these two arrays, is equals to A4, using this simple A4 plus A5, and the element wise that summation is this one, and you can subtract those arrays, and you can multiply those arrays also. Let us say A6 multiplication is equals to this A4 star A5, and this is always the element wise multiplication, the matrix multiplication. So if I put this A4 and A5, this is the multiplication, that is 1 is multiplied to 1, this 2 is multiplied to 1 2, 3 is multiplied to 1 3, okay, 4 is multiplied to this. Again, this is the element wise multiplication. If we want matrix types multiplication, that is multiplication of two matrices, let's say mat is equals to, this is using the function called dot function, dot this A4 comma A5. Okay, let us say there is A4 comma A5, shapes of not aligned, two dimensional. Okay, the shape, let us take first the shape of A4. A4 dot shape, A5 dot shape. This is 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. For multiplication, there is number of rows in a matrix must be equal to number of column in the second matrix, and number of column in first matrix must be equal to number of rows in the second matrix. So I can transpose A5 first. So I write A7 is equals to A5 dot transpose, and check the size of this A7 dot shape. This is 2 comma 3. Now I could multiply the matrix operation. It is A mat equal to dot of A4 comma. Now this is stored in A7, and now I can calculate the matrix multiplication, and this is the matrix multiplication of these two matrices. Or you can use another functions. Let us say I have given an array or a list or numbers of list, a number of arrays, and from which I have to create an array. For example, let us say we have A8 is equals to, I can use array command, and inside array I use the list and use a for loop to create some numbers for this, for I. Let us say it is I square. I want I square is equals to for I in range 1 comma let us say 9. So A8 contains the square of numbers from 1 comma 9. So 9 is excluded, so number is up to 8. And from where I can use reshape command to reshape this one dimensional array to the two dimensional array. Let us say A8, let us say store this into A9 is equals to A8 dot reshape, and here you can give the numbers. So what kind of array you want? There is the 8 elements in this. Okay, 2 comma 4. So I want this is just 2 rows and 4 columns. So this A9 array contains the 2 rows. From that or I can use another 4 comma 2, or otherwise I can transpose this array to the A9. Okay, I can again generate, in general, if you want to generate an array from this one-dimensional array and reshape to the two-dimensional, or you might reshape to the three-dimensional array, that is 2, 2, 2. You can create like that. And another options which are in array, we can access some parts of array using this index. Let us say we want A9, A9 in the square bracket, A9 zeroth row, and this A9 zeroth is 1, 4, 9, 16. Or we can write columns similarly, that previously shows that 0, this is the 0th column, contains elements only 1 comma this 25, and this the multiplication is done, okay, summation is done, and element wise operation is done. So you can use the matrix functions, like we could always calculate the determinants. Okay, let us say we have matrix A4 and we want the determinant of this matrix A4. We use the function det of A4, which gives the determinant of this matrix. For this we want a square matrix, that is arrays there. The linear algebra gives the array, so we want first, let us say we want to create a square matrix, square mat, okay, is equals to, let us say we give a first identity matrix, identity of let us say 3, and multiply this by some numbers called 10. So SQR, this square matrix, is equals to, that is this is a identity matrix, but the identity matrix, the elements are multiplied by 10. So we have a matrix is 10, okay, 10, 10, 10, identity matrix of 10, and we also calculate another matrix and calculate those determinants. Let us say we could calculate this determinant of this DTET of SQR MET. So the determinant of this matrix is given this, and you could always calculate the inverse of matrix, which is always useful in our course, and calculate the inverse of matrix, and also calculates the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So first I give a matrix, let us say A is array, let us say 1, 2, 3, okay, comma, second row contains element 4, 6, this, and third row contains elements this, let us say 10, 12, and 16. So this is is not defined. Again, there is another bracket, so you have to be cautious when you type this matrix. So A is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So you could calculate the determinant of this matrix A using this command, and calculate the inverse of this matrix, inverse of this A, and this is the inverse of A, and you could calculate the eigenvalues and eigenvectors using the EIG command from the linear algebra. It's eigen of this matrix A, and which gives the two results. The first, it clearly shows the eigen results are, the first, those values are array, the single array which contains 3 values. These are the eigenvalues, and the corresponding eigenvectors are these shown here. Or you could always give a command to separate this EIG, okay, EIG of A, and the 0th array which contains only the eigenvalues. And if you move to the first, you could calculate, you could find out what will be its eigenvector corresponding to this array. So these are the operations which we could done with arrays, and it is very simple in NumPy, using NumPy, because we are using NumPy, but using PyNet we did not specify that NumPy dot eigen equal to this, and so this is easy way and easy to understand the arrays in Python. So it is enough.
I think it's enough for today, and I think tomorrow we will again continue with more problems of matrices, like again repeat this little bit with more. I think if we will become more specific to physics problems. So thank you, Lalit.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.